What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's I guess the end of week 7. There's still the Chargers and Seattle game still going. Kenneth Walker just ripped off a 74-yard touchdown run. I don't know if you guys saw that. If you're playing against Walker or if you've got Walker, oh man, just swung a lot of matchups right there. But anyways, guys, how's it going? Once again, I'm flying solo tonight. Pierre will be back, just out of town right now. So we're going to go over some of the action from today, some of the things we saw, some of the injuries. Man, we had some big injuries. Man, Breece Hall, I really hope it's not as serious as it looked. Mike Williams just got hurt, I guess, with an ankle. Looks bad. Yeah, man. Fantasy football sometimes just a game of attrition more than anything else. But for the next hour, we're going to talk about, your wins, your losses, whatever, guys who helped you, guys who hurt you. If you got start-sit questions for tonight, tomorrow, can help you with that as well. So let's just jump right into it tonight. Let's just get right into it. It's quick. We only have an hour. What's up, Bus? I know you asked this is in the Discord, but man, I think you got to take this. I think Kamara's just too big of an upgrade right now to say no to. I mean, if he goes to jail or if he gets suspended or whatever, yeah, you got to deal with it. But I think you gotta take this trade, man. I just think you do. The NFL moves really slow on these things, and yeah, I think you got to take it. And then Justin, Breece Hall, and Njoku, another big one because I've been riding Njoku in one league, and he's been awesome and walking boot with crutches. Let's hope it's not that serious, but man, it's a big blow because he was a guy like a late round, tight end that really helping a lot of teams. So hopefully Njoku not serious, and of course, hopefully Breece Hall not serious because man, that one's sad. That one's just sad. It's sad all around. All right, Tyler, how we doing? My 250. It was a rough week. Rough week for a lot of teams out there. A lot of bad games. A lot of disappointments. Just that's fantasy football though, but it's okay. Nothing wrong with being 6-1. Nothing wrong with being 6-1. Yeah, just hurt his ankle apparently. They're saying, they haven't reported it, but they just said it looks bad. So I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can get an update or anything, but I don't see anything. But man, that's brutal because it was kind of meaningless, right? The Chargers weren't going to win. I know the Chargers probably thought they were going to win. Yeah, just as questionable to return. So that hurts as well. Paris Campbell, yeah, he might. Man, okay, I'm just going to warn you guys. I'm just going to warn you right now. This is going to be like my 5th time jumping back on the Paris Campbell train. Not this year, obviously, but just all time. So just get ready for him to get hurt or bomb or do something because I'm now back in. I now got to get back in. So, yeah, just be prepared that I could be the kiss of death for him. Yeah, Tyler, no, what happened was Kenneth Walker. So the Chargers, I think they turned it over on downs. And, the Seahawks just trying to run out the clock, give it to Walker, 74-yard touchdown. But that's what Walker can do, right? He's got that one-play huge ability, especially against the Chargers. So, yeah, it just swung a lot of matchups. Is Michael Carter going? Yes. Hopefully Breece Hall's injury isn't the dreaded ACL. Hopefully it's something minor. Maybe he'll only miss like 4 weeks or something like that. But for however long Breece Hall is out, yes, Michael Carter will be the starting running back for the Jets. And if he's on your waiver wire, you got to get Michael Carter. Number 1 waiver wire pickup. Yeah, that's why I put Burrow. That's why I put Burrow on the thumbnail with this, with this cool shades. Burrow is a monster today, an absolute monster. If you had Burrow, you're probably doing quite well. Let's see. Yeah, so Chuba and Foreman was interesting. It was like really all Chuba early on, and then Foreman kind of got going there late, but it looks like both will at least be decent options, but man, what's wrong with the Bucs? Even the Bucs defense. Like what at least the Bucs defense could have played. Like you're playing against PJ Walker and no CMC, and you're just letting these guys run wild. You're letting PJ Walker throw touchdowns. Yeah, that's the Bucs, man, and the Bucs are in a bad place right now. Yeah, baby Breece. Man, devastating if it's serious because I have him in quite a bit of leagues, of course, because I was talking about him a lot. So, yes, Walker is a beast. It's easy to forget. Walker was the second best running back in this class, and now he's in a great situation. So you got to like Walker. St. Brown went out early with that concussion. You know the way the concussions are these days, and it should be right. You got to protect these guys, but any sign and yeah, that hurt because that was early. Yeah, I did not. Okay, Gallup. I did start Gallup in one league as just a desperation, needed guy with upside. So I knew Gallup could bomb, but he could go off. He could bomb. Drake was surprising. What was surprising wasn't Drake. It was Gus Edwards. Like, they really just activated Gus Edwards off the pup list from, like, you are starting running back and you're getting all the touches. So, I mean, I guess if you have Gus Edwards, you're feeling okay right now. Like, at least he's a running back that will get touches. But remember, we saw this with J.K. Dobbins' first game back from ACL, 2 touchdowns. Everybody freaked out, and then he didn't do anything. So, but you got Gus for free in week 7, so you can't complain too much. All right, what do we got here? Damien Harris and Mooney versus Waddle and Claypool. That will definitely be tight. I don't know how much you're up by or down by, or if it's tied or what, but you're up 8. Okay, up 18. I think I like your chances. Unless Claypool goes off. I think Waddle could have a nice game, but I think Harris could too. Mooney, you never know. Yeah, Pitts. Okay, so definitely Pitts on the panic video again. The problem with Atlanta is pretty obvious. They don't throw the ball. They're down 18 points late in the second half, and they're like huddling up, handing the ball off to Caleb Huntley, handing the ball off to Tyler Algier. It's like, throw the football. You're losing by 3 scores. What are you doing? Arthur Smith, man, he only knows like one way to play, and that's slow and running the ball, and it doesn't matter what the score is. He just knows one way to play, and it's killing Pitts. It's killing London. It'll probably be good for Patterson when he gets back because, yeah, he'll be matchup proof because it doesn't matter. They just keep running the ball. But, yeah, not a good fantasy situation there in Atlanta. Heath, what's the word on Brees? No official word yet. It wasn't knee. They did rule him out quick, which is usually concerning. I'm hoping for good news, but I'm bracing for the worst. And now that just did see this. Oh, man, this is terrible. Bad news on Brees Hall. Diagnosis is not good per Saleh, the coach. They suspect an ACL. So, brutal. Because not only is that brutal for him this year, it's brutal for him next year. Yeah, that's just tough for Brees, man. Tough for Brees. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. I didn't pick Paris Campbell up anywhere. He'll still be there for you next week if you want him. Don't worry. Should I look to trade Debo? I mean, what are you gonna trade him for at this point? Like, CMC is there now. Kittle, it looks like every week must start tight end. Like, what are you gonna get for Debo at this point? Like, you're. I mean, yeah, you can still trade him for something because of name value, but it's not like you're not gonna get first, second round Debo type of value back. So, I mean, yeah, you could try it. You could try to trade him, but yeah, I don't know what you're really gonna get. I will say this about Burrow: that the Bengals' offense has been coming together. Their offensive line looks better. I know Chase kind of limped off there at the end of the first half, but he was back in the second half. So they got weapons. The offense definitely looks like it's coming together. So, yeah. Stinger, Stinger, what's up? Some weeks are like that. Like some weeks you feel like, right, your team, like you feel like, I'm the best. Everybody I played this week went off. I can't be stopped. And then the next week your team bombs and you feel like you don't know what you're doing. That's just fantasy football, man. It's just football is just a crazy game. Every time you think like, okay, I've got it, I'm set, like boom, Brees Hall gets hurt or somebody busts or something. So, is it still too early to tell on Yeah, it's still too early, but man, I love CMC on the 49ers. I love CMC on the 49ers. It's such a good scheme for him. Such a huge offensive upgrade for him. Yeah, I would not be trading CMC right now unless you're going to get a king's ransom for him. So, Man, well, at least you still have Walker, Sean. But yeah, that was a devastating combo with Hall and Walker. At least you still have Walker, so that's good. You know, knock on wood that he stays healthy because man, it's been rough this year for running backs. Yeah, but Cole Hardman, that was crazy. Cole Hardman, like what, 3 rushing touchdowns today? What was that? By the way, what was up with Pacheco? Pacheco's going to be the starter, and then CAH gets more run and scores a touchdown. Like, okay. Thanks a lot, Ian. Thanks a lot, Ian, for that. Michael, Kirk. Okay, Kirk. Is Kirk back? I don't know, but at least he got targets. He got yards. He got receptions. He didn't kill you this week. So, yeah, you know, if you started Kirk, if you hung with Kirk, you're feeling pretty good right now. He had a nice game. Let's see here. Let's keep this going. Yeah, Chase. Look, I had Chase on the buy low video, I think like 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and I kept saying, get him. It's gonna turn around. It's gonna change for him. And now you're not getting Chase. Like, right? You're not getting Chase now. We're seeing like, yeah, this is why Chase was a first round pick. Time to drop AJ Dillon, London, Pitts, James. Well, I definitely think you could drop London and J Rob. Pitts comes down to your other tight end options. If you're set at tight end and you don't need Pitts, yeah, you can drop him. Like if you want to drop him for Michael Carter or something this week, definitely do that. AJ Dillon, I mean, he's still a high-end handcuff, but yeah, if there's somebody better to drop him for, I think you can do that as well. Definitely. Yeah, so here it is. Yeah, this is not good. Not good for Brees. Not good for Brees. Etienne, okay. Look, I don't know. I mean, I told you guys to go trade for Brees Hall. It sucks. He tore his ACL. He was obviously going to be a beast this year. He's going to be a league winner, like no doubt about it. What can you do? But Etienne was a guy I've been telling you now the last couple of weeks. I said, look, he's starting to get it going. He looks way better than James Robinson. He's going to take over this backfield. Go trade for him. He took over the backfield today. 11 snaps for James Robinson today. 0. He had as many. Everybody on this chat had the same number of touches as James Robinson today. 0 touches for James Robinson. It is the Etienne's backfield now. If you traded for him or if you have him, you have to be feeling fantastic. He's going to smash the rest of the season. You got to remember, this guy was an elite running back prospect before he had that Lisfranc injury last year and missed the whole season. So, yeah, Etienne is set up to smash the rest of the season, no doubt about it. So, you can't go buy him low anymore, but if you did or if you were holding on to him, you're feeling good at this point for sure. For sure on that one. Yeah, I do think CMC hurts Debo a little bit. Like they're gonna finally have a running game. They're gonna find like San Francisco has been one of the worst running teams this year. They're gonna actually have a running game now. So I think that does hurt Debo a little bit, but I wouldn't go like selling low on Debo, but if you can get a good return for him, I would definitely take it right now. Down by 9. So Robert down by 9. Opponent has Ramondre and Boswell left. Should I start Waddle or Damian Harris? PPR? I think you got to go Waddle. I mean, I like Harris. I think Harris will have a nice game, but Jalen Waddle just has so much more upside. You're down by 9. You can't chase 12 to 15 points. You need 20 to 30 points down by 9 when he's got Ramondre and Boswell. So you got to go with Waddle there. Got to try to hit that home run, right? You're like, I don't know. I was gonna try to make a baseball analogy, but not really. Tyler, what's up? How's my Sunday been? It's been pretty good. Hope yours has been good. I've seen you in the Discord chatting, which, by the way, guys, should remind you, I talk about all the time, but get in our Discord server. It's one of the best places to be on Sunday. You'll get all the updates, who's getting hurt, who's in, who's doing what. Not only that, like trash talking, it's a lot of fun, but all in good fun. Trash talking, but all in good fun. But anyways, Tyler got offered Devontae Adams and Damian Harris for Higgins and Kamara. Ooh, I don't know. That's close for me. I think I don't do this only because I think I prefer Kamara more than more than Harris. And I don't think Adams is like, I think Higgins and Adams are close going forward, but I think Kamara is a big upgrade over Harris. So I think I keep Higgins and Kamara. Or if somebody offered you Higgins and Kamara for Adams and Harris, then I take it. But I want the Higgins and Kamara side is what I'm trying to say. So thank you, Tyler. All right, let's see. What we got here? Yeah, Etienne had a great game. Okay, here we go. I mean, man, do I drop Justin Herbert for Tua? Can we really drop Justin Herbert? I know he hasn't been good. Now he might have lost Mike Williams. Who knows what's going on with Keenan, right? Keenan active, and he played like one series, and then we didn't see him again because that's what Keenan Allen does. I mean, at least, well, you can't drop Justin Herbert now, I assume, because he played. So I guess at least wait and see what Tua does. But maybe if Tua has a huge game, maybe. But I can't. I don't think I can drop Justin Herbert. I don't know if I can. Everybody, let's wish Sam luck. I mean, Kenny Pickett should be able to get 9 points, but it's still Kenny Pickett. So good luck. Good luck. Yeah, it looks like it's the Gus show for sure. Yes, I will say one good thing circling back to Pitts. He did get an end zone target. He got like another target right near the goal line. He got stuff right at the goal line. But man, 3 catches, 9 yards, 5 targets. Like, it's going to be really hard for Kyle Pitts. Like, he's just going to be very touchdown dependent. He just really is. He's just. It's not a knock, and it's not Pitts' fault. It's just, again, the offense. This is a game. The Bengals were routing them the entire game, and they still were not throwing the ball. They were just running, punting, running, punting. It's just like, I don't know what they're doing in Atlanta. So, yeah. Yes, Josh Jacobs, definitely a must start every week. And, I mean, Josh Jacobs also looking like a league winner right now because he went so late in drafts this year. That one is shocking to me because all the signs pointed to Josh Jacobs having a minimal role, right? They didn't pick up his option. They drafted Zamir White. The first preseason game when none of the starters played, they started Josh Jacobs. Like, it looked like he was not even going to be a starter, and now he's getting, workhorse usage. But credit to Josh Jacobs. He's running like an animal. He looks great. Josh Jacobs looks like a guy who's not getting paid next year and needs to get paid. So credit to him. He's going to get paid for sure. So, yes, Kenneth Walker is a monster. No, I do talk about Lamb tonight on the Panic video. I didn't talk about Amari because he's been so good. Like, he's been blowing up. But that's Amari. That's just kind of who he is, right? He's a very boom bust guy. But when he booms, he helps you win your week. So you just got to roll with Amari every single week. Like, the Cowboys only threw the ball 25 times today because they didn't have to. They were running on the Lions. The Lions couldn't put up any points. They didn't have to throw the ball. I think I said run it 25 times, but they only threw it 25 times. And Lamb still had a 24% target share. They just didn't really have to throw the ball. And when they got near the goal line, Zeke just got his little cheapy touchdown. So, yeah. What? No, JT still had 15 points today or whatever he had. The first game back from injury. No, definitely do not drop Jonathan Taylor. At least trade him. I got another super chat here from Tyler. One more question. How do you feel about London, Cook, and Lockett? So London I don't feel good about at all. Talk about him tonight. Cook will be fine, like every week, like RB2 with some upside. Lockett, like a flex with upside. That's kind of how I feel on him. Odell, still no news on Odell. Gotta wait to see if he gets signed. D Jackson wasn't active today. Maybe he'll be active next week, but I'm not really expecting much from Deshaun Jackson, to be honest. Yeah, good question. What's wrong with Herbert? I'm not sure. Like, they're not throwing the ball down the field. Everything is dink and dunk. Everything is short. I don't know. They don't look. I like Mike Williams, but Mike Williams isn't like a true alpha, wide receiver who can just like get separation and get plays. Like, he's a good wide receiver, but he's not like a true alpha elite separator. Like a Chase or a Jefferson or anybody like that, of course. And they just don't have a lot of downfield weapons. Like, I don't know, man. They're just dink and dunking all games. So, yeah. Thoughts on Fournette? Yes, I do. I talk about him tonight in the Panic video. I do have thoughts on Fournette. I'll save it for that, but I'm not feeling he'll still be okay. But look, Fournette was living off of receptions. Yeah, like, he wasn't running for yards. He wasn't scoring a ton of touchdowns. He was really just living off receptions. And, yeah, I don't know if that was going to continue. No, I do not think Eno is a new Cards running back 1. I think when James Conner comes back, he's still the running back 1, but yeah, no interest here. All right, so yeah, this is a good question. What happened to two targets, no catches, 1 carry for 4 yards? I don't know. They only threw it like 60 times. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't 100%. I'm not really sure, but I'm not too worried about Mark Andrews. Yeah, another guy I talked about tonight. I'm definitely worried about Dobbs. Sammy Watkins back, got more yards, more catches. Tonyan got more yards, catches. Yeah, Dobbs just looks like a bench stash at this point, for sure. All right, we got another super chat here from Sean. Thank you. So he's got Barkley, JT, McCaffrey, AJ Brown, Godwin, Olave, Etienne. Oh my gosh, you're stacked. Just picked up Gus Bus. You're 3-4. Nah, you're looking good. I mean, yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine with that team. You are stacked. You got stacked running backs, stacked wide receivers. Nah, you're good. Don't do anything crazy. I mean, obviously, if you can trade somebody and get like a huge haul, do it. But you're pretty stacked there. So I wouldn't do anything, crazy. Yeah, I don't think there's any trade value left for James Robinson. I think you got to cut bait. This is 4 games in a row now where he's been terrible, and Etienne exactly. Etienne owned this backfield today, owned it. So yeah. I think in a 1 QB league, depending on which quarterbacks are out there, you can drop Rodgers. I mean, he wasn't terrible today when he had 2 touchdowns, but yeah, I don't think you have to hold on to Rodgers. Yeah, brutal. Javonte and Brees were 2 guys I was really high on this year. Brutal injuries always sucks, man. All right, well, I like this deal for you. Swift, Gabe Davis, and Dillon for Saquon and Higgins. I like it. Saquon looks awesome. Higgins looks awesome. I like that deal for you. Yeah, so that was a crazy thing this morning, right? We wake up, Pacheco's the starter. Oh, everybody runs out, gets Pacheco, and then it's still like CEH getting most of the carries, got the red zone looks. Yeah, that was we got bamboozled today. We got bamboozled for sure. Well, I mean, yeah, Aaron Jones is annoying, but he had 2 touchdowns today, so you got to feel good about that. Lamar Jackson getting traded. I mean, talk about it looked like Lamar Jackson was going to win leagues, and these last 4 weeks have been bad for Lamar. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So everybody runs out to get Pacheco. Pacheco gets this awesome kick return, and then Clyde gets a touchdown. It's like, ooh, that hurts. That hurts. And trust me, like I started Pacheco a couple places, went out and got him. So I'm right there with you guys. I got bamboozled too. So, so you made a trade to get Amon-Ra and Godwin for Higgins. Did you get Higgins and Aaron Jones, or you got Amon-Ra and Godwin? I think it'll still work out for you. I mean, look, Amon-Ra got a concussion. Like, that's a very fluky injury. It happens. He might even be back next week. Like, we saw Olave return from was it Olave? We've seen like Pickett return this week. He could return this week or next week. Maybe he misses a game. Godwin is still solid. Jones, like, I'm not banking. Like, okay, Jones does this every now and then, but now next week he'll probably go back to like doing nothing. So I still like that trade for you. Do I think JT does better next week? I think so. First game back from injury. He did catch a bunch of passes. That was the encouraging thing. So I think JT will slowly get better. Yes. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe he was just a decoy. Maybe he wasn't 100%. Yeah, I'm not worried about Mark Andrews though. Yeah, you gotta hold on to Etienne. He looks like he's gonna smash rest of the season. If you got it, I mean, sure, if somebody's willing to give you like a crazy deal for him, take it. But otherwise, yeah, definitely got to hold on to Etienne. Yeah, I don't hate this, honestly. At least Foreman's getting run and he looked good. Like AJ Dillon, I don't even know what to expect with AJ Dillon. He's just a handcuff at this point. So yeah. Yeah, Pablo, good luck with that. Not really sure. I mean, you can't even start a Jets wide receiver. Like Zach Wilson is barely throws the ball, and when he does, it's not very good. So, yeah. I would go with Van Jefferson. Like, what are we really expecting from Allen Robinson at this point? Like, at least Van Jefferson has some upside. I think I would go with Van Jefferson. Yeah, I talk about Fournette a little bit tonight. I still think Fournette will be okay rest of the season. But look, again, he was living off of receptions and receiving yards. He wasn't not like he was running for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. They can't just keep dumping the ball off to Fournette and expect to actually have an offense. And we saw it today. Like, Evans had 15 targets. I think Godwin had like 12. So we saw it today. They got to get these wide receivers more involved. So I think Fournette will still be fine, but I don't think he's going to be like a top 5 running back rest of the season or anything like that. I assume you're asking about Damien Harris tomorrow. I like Damien Harris. It's a good matchup for him. I think he'll be good. Yeah, Kittle looks like every week must start tight end at this point. Got to have him in your lineup. Yeah, I mean, okay. He got you your 2 touchdowns today, but he didn't do anything else. And Pollard was significantly better today. In fact, Pollard had like a long run down to like the goal line, and then they put Zeke in for his little 1-yard touchdown. I mean, this is the Lions. This is as good as it's going to get for Zeke. If you have Zeke, please trade him now. Please. What do you have, like 50-something yards against the Lions? Like, come on. Please. Trade Zeke while you can. Coming off a game against the Lions, one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. Yeah, that's not looking too good. Not looking too good right now. Hopefully Taylor gets it going, but looking like it might be an overpay for Taylor at this point. This week I go Mostert. Over Montgomery. Montgomery in a tough spot against the Patriots. We saw what they did to Chubb last week. Mostert still getting the works, and it's a good matchup for him, so I go Mostert. I'm not. I know DK Metcalf got hurt, but especially in Dynasty, I'm not trading him for Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is a 28-year-old running back. Like, yeah, he's still getting the volume and he's still getting the touches, but man, I don't know if you guys saw it today. He had 2 long runs. They were like 23 and 21 yards. The guy looks like he's running in slow motion. Like, these are like prime Derrick Henry would have ripped off touchdowns on these runs. I mean, he's getting caught from behind. The guy is 28 years old with a ton of mileage on him. He's still a good, like, volume-based running back, but in Dynasty, you don't want to trade for a guy like that because if he gets hurt this year, his value is gone. Like, his value will be gone. Even if Metcalf misses the season, Metcalf will still have more value in Dynasty. He's still a young stud wide receiver. So don't panic trade DK Metcalf for an old running back right now. Don't do that in Dynasty. That's usually not a good move. I think down 7 in half PPR, I probably go Myers. I feel a little safer about Myers. Like Deontay, I feel like, has a chance to only get you 3 or 4, where I feel like Myers can pretty comfortably get you 7. So I go Myers there. Yeah, I mean, really any running back. So is Foreman going to be running back 2 viable? Really, any running back getting a decent number of touches and looks at this point in the season is running back 2 viable, right? Like almost any single one, because there's not a lot of them. He's not going to have a ton of upside in this offense, of course, and he doesn't really catch passes. That was mostly Chuba today. But yeah, he's going to be running back 2 viable. I got another one here from Tyler. Sorry, what happens tonight? Players with the biggest game. So I think Tyreek and Waddle will have great games. I think Tua will have a great game. I kind of feel like Najee will have a sneaky good game against this defense. Part of me thinks we might get a Pickens breakout tonight. I don't know, but part of me kind of feels like we will. So we'll see. But that's just more like a gut feeling. So thank you, Tyler. Where are we at here? All right, let's see. Yeah, Eckler, man, he's on quite the run right now, scoring touchdowns, catching a ton of passes every week. Eckler looks like a great pick at the moment. Pollard or Zeke rest of the season. I guess you got to give the slight edge to Zeke just because of the volume he's getting, but Zeke is he's just a touchdown or nothing guy at this point. Like, really, even today, touchdown or nothing. He got 2 of them, but he did nothing outside of that. Pollard at least has that big playability, but he's not getting enough usage or touches to really be. I probably still have to go Zeke, but really it's neither of these guys right now. Like, I'm okay holding Pollard because if Zeke goes down, Pollard's value is going through the roof. But really, neither one. General Bacon, what's up? What do we think about Foreman and Hubbard? Yeah, it was pretty much kind of a split like we thought. They both had nice games in different ways. I think that's kind of what we're going to see. Hubbard more of the pass catcher, Foreman more of the early down kind of, bruiser kind of back. So, again, I think they're both just kind of like low-end, borderline RB2s week in and week out. Yeah, you don't want to be trade. I mean, you might still be able to trade Leonard Fournette right now because people accept that guys have bad games and they look at what he's done the whole season and he could rebound. But it's usually easier to trade a guy coming off a big game. So, but the problem is if he has a big game next week, then you're going to be like, okay, he's back, he's okay. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Green Bay is a mess. Green Bay and Tampa Bay, man. They're a mess. I think next year, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady are going to be on an island together, celebrating retirement. That's how I feel. Okay, definitely not out of it at 2-5. So I always tell this story. When I was with Rotoballer, that's how I met Pierre, playing in their expert league. So this is a league, 12-team league, nothing but fantasy football, like analysts and writers. And I get it. It doesn't mean they're like know-it-alls, but like guys that like take fantasy football very seriously, right? Like I was 2-5 in that league, and I was one of the highest scoring teams. And I kept playing like the number 1 scoring team or the number 2 scoring team. And I was like, I can't believe the stacked team that I have is going to lose. And then I went on a run, and I didn't lose again until the finals. And I only lost in the finals because I don't know how many of you were playing back then. This is, I think, in like 2015, maybe. But Antonio Brown was a beast, and he got hurt in week 15, which back then there was only a 16-game season. And I didn't have him for the championships, and I barely lost. So you're not out of it at 2-5 unless your team is terrible. Like if you're not scoring any points, if week in and week out your team's not scoring any points, then yeah, you might not be in it. But if you have a good, strong team, you're just getting unlucky, you're not out of it yet. Definitely don't give up. Definitely don't give up. All right, so we got another super chat from Leigh. Thank you so much. Would you start Mixon or Walker going forward? Also have Derrick Henry. Hard to bench any of these guys. I mean, you got to find a way to play all 3 of them, really. Yeah, hard to keep any of these guys on your bench, to be honest. So I don't have an answer for you. They all need to be in your lineup. I mean, you can play matchups. You can bench the guy with the worst matchup, I guess. But, yeah, you need to play all 3 of those guys, honestly. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure right now Eckler is the RB1 at the moment, which is pretty crazy because remember after 3 weeks, people were like, oh my God, Eckler is such a bust. Can I even play Austin Eckler? And now he's the RB1. That's pretty crazy. He's on quite the heater right now. We'll see if it keeps going. But he's always got that pass catching ability, so he's never going to really like kill you, right? Michael Carter, if it really is ACL for Breece, Michael Carter is a must add if he's on your waiver wire. He's an every week must start RB2 at this point. You know, he doesn't have the talent of Breece Hall, but he's going to get all the opportunities. So, yeah, you got to get Michael Carter if you can, for sure. Oh, what just happened? My thing wigged out here. Okay. You know, I'm Duncan. I might do this Kelsey for Adams if I've Goddard. If you need a wide receiver, like if you're hurting a wide receiver, because yeah, you know. It hurts to give up Kelsey, but if you can get Adams and you still have Goddard, I think you should do that if you need a wide receiver. Yeah, Nate, I have so many teams with Breece Hall and Mike Williams, and they were like looking so good. And now it's like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do now? I don't know. Just, man, fantasy football, I'm telling you, Fantasy football, more than anything, is just dodging serious injury. More than anything, that's why you got to stay active on the waiver wire. That's why you got to be making trades. Yeah. Yeah. This is a brutal one too, because Njoku looked like that tight end that you grabbed off waiver wires who was going to be like a savior for your team. Let's hope it's not that serious, but I know he was in like a walking boot and on crutches, so that doesn't sound good. Definitely doesn't sound good. Cooks, Kirk, Bateman, and Drake London, who's best? I still got to give the edge to Kirk, then probably Bateman second. Cooks, man, I don't know. What's going on with Davis Mills and Brandon Cooks? This is not happening this year. Yeah, I'd go Kirk, Bateman, Cooks third, and Drake London way last for sure. Tyler Boyd, that was crazy. Started the game off with a 60-yard uncovered touchdown. Yeah, Tyler Boyd went off today, but I don't think Tyler – I mean, I'm sure some people started Tyler Boyd because they had to, but not many people started Tyler Boyd, that's for sure. Yeah, I think Foreman will be serviceable. I think Foreman will definitely be serviceable. I mean, Latavius Murray, not really. Not really. This offense is terrible. It was even somehow worse with Brett Rippon than Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson might miss next week. So I don't know. I'm not. No, Latavius Murray just doesn't do it for me. So Aaron Jones is a tough one. I mean, yeah, if you can sell Aaron Jones high, like if you can get a really good wide receiver back, let's say you're deep at running back and Aaron Jones, you don't need Aaron Jones, and you can get a really good wide receiver in return, I would trade him. But I still think Aaron Jones is, a solid every week RB2. So I wouldn't be going out like just trying to trade Aaron Jones. But if you could get, like a really good wide receiver in return, and you need a wide receiver, then I'd be doing it. Or maybe, I don't know, if you need a tight end, maybe you can trade Aaron Jones for Mark Andrews right now. You never know. People panic. People freak out. Yeah, the Chargers need to trade for DJ Moore. They need to trade for DJ Moore if they can, because their wide receiver group is hurting for sure. All right, we got a trade question here. Swift, Damian Harris, and Pittman for Diggs and Montgomery. I think that's too much. I know Diggs has been awesome this year, but look, Swift is probably going to be back at some point, I hope. And when he is, he should be a stud. Look, I know Pittman wasn't great today, but he still had 9 targets, caught 6 passes, had 58 yards. He'll be better. Damian Harris is solid. I think that's too much for Diggs and Montgomery personally. All right, let's see here. So just real quick, because we got about 20 more minutes or so. Just want to remind you real quick, if you guys want to support us and you want access to things like our waiver wire, our rankings, our special, private live show that we do Sunday morning where we get all the inactives and actives and all the latest news and information, you can help us and support us at patreon.com/fantasyfootballendgame. It's only $4.99, and you get access to all that for the entire month. So not only, do you get to support us, but you get a lot of cool stuff as well. Also, I have mentioned the Discord server. I'll mention again, it's totally free. Links in all of our videos. You can download it, get in there, create an account. It takes less than 5 minutes. And then you can ask any questions you want in there. We have all sorts of channels, all sorts of smart guys in there beyond just Pierre and I who can help you out. So check that out. It's free. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and like the video. So let's keep this moving. Should I be dropping Gallup and Dobbs? Yeah, I definitely think you could drop Dobbs or somebody better. I still would hold Gallup. I mean, we know what he can do. They just didn't have to throw it a lot today, and they didn't have to target him. So, I mean, if there's somebody really good to pick up, sure, you can drop him, but I wouldn't just drop him, for the sake of dropping. Well, that's an interesting question. What's Walker ranked rest of the season? We are actually going to put out our rest of season running back video this week, later in the week. So stay tuned for that. I haven't sat down and thought about it. Where I'll have him. Will he be in the top 10? Maybe just outside the top 10? Not really sure yet, but little teaser there. Check back later in the week. we will have our top 10 rest of the season running back rankings video. Yes, Michael Carter, definitely waiver priority #1 if he's out there. You got to get him. Breece Hall looks like his season is over, unfortunately. So sad. Yeah, I think Wan'Dale will just always be a solid flex. And like, yeah, this is what you're gonna get. Like, it's not a high-powered passing off, and not really a high-powered offense in any way. So Wan'Dale will always just be a solid flex. Primetime Najee, let's go, Bus. All right, Logan, super chat, Pierce Walker. Yeah, if you got that trio, you're feeling pretty good. Although I didn't really see like what did Pierce. I feel like Pierce didn't have like a monster game this week. Let me see where I have Pierce. What did Pierce do this week? All right, he got you 15. He was solid. He got the touches, 20 carries, 4 catches. Yeah, you can't be upset about that. Yes, that's a good trio right there for sure. Let's hope they all stay healthy, please. That's always like the fear, right? Every week is like, can these guys just stay healthy, please? All right, so Blake has a start sit, flex, and PPR. Henry, Gesicki, or Pickens. I'm going to go Pickens here. I'm going to shoot for the upside. I can't start Henry or Gesicki over those guys. So, yeah, I'm going Pickens. I mean, you gotta like Chris Godwin more. Keenan Allen. I mean, hopefully he's even healthy out of the bye, right? Like, hopefully he's even healthy out of the bye. So, yeah. All right, Bus coming in with his primetime Najee prediction. 115 yards, a touchdown. Let's go. Do we trust Fournette? Yeah, I think you still got to trust Fournette. You got to trust him. Everybody has bad games. You still got to trust Fournette. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to see this question. They're going to say, would you trade Dameon Pierce for Jonathan Taylor in PPR? And a lot of people are going to say no, but I'm still doing it. I'm still taking Jonathan Taylor. Maybe I'm a sucker, but come on. Jonathan Taylor is a 24-year-old running back in the prime of his career. One of the best running back prospects, one of the best running backs. I got to believe in Jonathan Taylor rest of the season. So I'm taking JT here. I'm taking JT. I know a lot of people probably say like Dameon Pierce because recency bias, but I'm taking JT. Yeah, I saw Chuba, but I don't think Chuba's injury was anything serious, right? I think he just kind of like left at the very end of the game, right? Like I haven't heard. I mean, maybe it was. I didn't hear, but I didn't think it was anything serious, right? Let me know if it was. Yeah, definitely drop London for Pickens, 100%. At least Pickens has some upside. I mean, yeah, I think Kenneth Walker will be a running back one. I mean, the thing is, like, yes, he's going to be great. You're going to start Kenneth Walker every week, but also it was the Chargers. So, it wasn't like he was playing like a brutal run defense or anything. But you're going to start him every week. I mean, yeah, you could say you should have never started the guy. You know what you're getting with Gallup, though. Like, you're not starting Gallup because he's giving you a nice high safe floor. You're starting Gallup for the upside. So it's kind of like Mike Williams or Amari Cooper. Like Mike Williams is great today, but Amari Cooper wasn't. Like, you're starting those guys and you're rolling the dice. You're hoping for the upside. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And you gotta take your lumps, basically. Yeah, this is what hurts. I have our Endgame King League. So we have 3 Endgame Leagues, which, by the way, another reason why you should get in the Discord, because we do Endgame Fantasy Football Leagues with our community. But in our King League, my team was great. I had Breece Hall. It's a super flex league. My team was great, and now I'm looking at my team. I think I have Mike Williams on that team too, and I'm looking at. No, I guess I don't have that team, but I have Kupp, I have Chase, I had Breece Hall, I had Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, I'm winning this championship. I am winning this championship, and now I'm like, what am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's just tough, man. Losing Breece Hall is tough. You can't replace Breece Hall. Can't. Yeah, Eckler is like. Eckler should not do what he does. Like, the guy gets nothing on the ground. Like, just catches a bunch of passes, finds the end zone, and puts up 20 PPR points. It's crazy. It's crazy. Caleb, if you just joined us, it looks like Breece Hall tore his ACL, so sad news there. Not official yet, but the coach said it looks like ACL. That's usually a bad sign. And there is a test they can do. It's not 100%, but there's like a test they can do before the actual MRI or whatever. So, yeah. All right, where are we at here? I mean, yeah, what do we do with Deebo Samuel? Like, what can you do? I mean, you could try to trade him, but you're not going to really get good value for him right now. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do with Deebo Samuel. I think maybe wait for him to have a big game and try to trade him if you can. But yeah, it's going to be tough to trade him right now. All right, so at least this is some good news. But, isn't serious doesn't mean won't miss time. But hopefully it's only like a couple weeks or a week or 3 weeks. Hopefully it's not like – because Njoku was definitely looking like a tight end savior. So if you have Njoku, don't drop him. Don't drop him. Hold him because you're going to want him when he comes back. I mean, I definitely think now is the time to trade Juju if you can. But packaging him with Dillon or Pitts, that's gonna be tough because they haven't done anything. Now maybe you could package him with Pitts to a team who's desperate at tight end and still believes in Pitts, but I would definitely be trying to trade high on Juju right now. Yeah, I think Paris Campbell is definitely worth a pickup. I mean, like I said it in the beginning, this is going to be like my 5th time jumping back on the Paris Campbell train since he's come in the league. And every time I jump on, it derails. So I'm just giving you guys a warning, just giving you a heads up. I'm jumping back on, so get ready for it to derail again. But yeah, it seems like he's a wide receiver too, so I'm jumping back on. We'll see how far it takes me. Do I start Deontay Johnson? I go Damian Harris. Good matchup against the Bears. He's got no injury designation. He should be fine. Yeah. Who can replace Mike? Nobody can replace. That's the problem. Nobody can replace Mike Williams on the Chargers. Like Josh Palmer, just a short intermediate guy. Keenan Allen, just a short intermediate guy. Austin Eckler, a really short guy. Gerald Everett, a short intermediate guy. Nobody can replace. I mean, if Mike Williams misses time, this offense is really going to be dink and dunk because they don't have anybody who can like take the top off. So yeah, if they lose Mike Williams, that's gonna be bad for that offense. I don't know if Dak was rusty today. I just don't think the Cowboys didn't really have to throw. I mean, only 25 pass attempts for Dak. That's in today's game. That's almost Atlanta Falcons-ish. They just didn't have to throw. They were running the ball well. The Lions couldn't do anything on offense. They just didn't have to throw. So I'm not too worried about Dak long term. I think he'll be fine. Just one of those games. Yeah, Hunter, Kittle now looks like an every week must start at tight end. Just set and forget. Don't even worry about it. Set and forget. Oh, would you trade Saquon for Pierce and Higgins? This is close for me. Man, this is close. I think it's a fair offer. I think it comes down to like how deep is your league. If you're in like a shallow league, like a 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex league, I probably don't do it because you want. Although, actually, now I think about it, I mean, I might do this. The more I think about it because you're getting like Pierce is going to be at least like a high end RB2. Higgins looks like Higgins is a stud, so I think you can do this. I don't like giving up Saquon, but I think you're getting enough back. I think I'd do it. Yeah, Matt Ryan was a disappointment today in a smash spot. My goodness, he was awful today, just awful. Look, I'm gonna be honest, Lewis. Sorry. Last week I don't think I can trade Josh Jacobs right now. The dude looks amazing, and I know it's Houston, but he's looked great for 3 weeks in a row now, and he's running hard, and he's getting the usage, and he's getting the catches. I know it's JT, but man, I don't think I can do it. I think I got to keep Josh Jacobs. I just feel like his workload and his usage is there, and this offense will give him chances to score. So I think I'm keeping Jacobs. That's crazy. As crazy as that would have sounded like a few weeks ago. Andrew, definitely do not trade Michael Carter for DK Metcalf right now. Brees Hall likely suffered an ACL injury, and DK Metcalf had a knee injury today. He was carted off, and they ruled him out really quick. I haven't heard an update on it, but that's usually not a good sign. So please do not. If you're getting Michael Carter, yes. If you're getting DK Metcalf, do not do that. Please do not do that. That will derail your whole season. Like I'm going to derail the Paris Campbell hype train when I pick him up this week. Sorry, guys. Definitely Damian Harris moving on. I mean, Jamal Williams really disappointed today, getting his chances. 2 fumbles. Man, that was bad for Jamal today. So definitely Damian Harris going forward. Yeah, Lamar, man. Lamar, I don't know what's going on with Lamar. 4 straight weeks of just not being very good. Only 16. I don't know what's going on with the Ravens offense. I just really don't know. Should I drop Dobbs or Gallup for Bateman? And is that DJ Moore on waiver? I would drop those guys for both those guys. I know Bateman didn't have a great game today, but like I don't really like DJ Moore had a nice game today. I don't expect that to continue. But the thing is, DJ Moore may get traded, right? Maybe the Chargers, maybe the Packers, maybe the Chiefs. Like he may get traded. So I'd at least want to pick up DJ Moore and see if he gets traded. All right, guys, we got about 9 more minutes here, and then I got to get going. So just real quick, once again, if you want to support us, if you want access to our rankings, our waiver wire pickups outside of just our video, plus direct access to Pierre and I for questions and things, plus our private morning show that we do 2 hours before kickoff, you can support us and join us at patreon.com/fantasyfootballendgame for only $4.99 to get you access for the entire month from when you sign up for an entire 30 days. Also, if you want a free version, I get it. Money, like giving some guy on YouTube money, like it feels weird. Totally get it. We also have our free Discord server. Link is in the description of this video and every video. You can download it on your phone, on your computer. It takes like 5 minutes or less to sign up. Ask us questions in there. Ask people questions in there. Not to mention awesome, it's an awesome time during the games. It's one of my favorite places during the games. I'm just in our game day discussion, chatting it up with the guys, talking trash, but in a fun way. It's great. When is the panic video? So the panic video will be out after. So I published it after the Sunday night game ends. So after that game ends, go to your computer, watch the panic video. Yes, Paris Campbell worth a pickup. I think I talked about that already. All right, let's go. Yes, Brandon Cooks. Can we please get Brandon Cooks traded? This is probably like the last good year of Brandon Cooks' career. Now he's going to be 30 years old next year. Like, let's get this guy traded, please. Please. If Pierre was here, he would like this one a lot. He would definitely like this one. I think it will be Tua time tonight. Brian, yes, if Gus Edwards still on your waiver wire, worth picking up. I would not pick him up over Michael Carter, but he would be next behind Michael Carter for me, depending on who's on your waiver wire, of course. All right, Humberto got a super chat. Thank you. Lost Hall, still got Eckler and Jones, plus Etienne, Brian Robinson, and Foreman. So you're okay. You got Eckler, you got Etienne. I think you'll be okay. Brian Robinson, he's getting the usage. Just he's on the Commanders, so yeah. I've been wrong a lot about a lot of things this year, but I'm not sure how I was wrong about Eckler. I don't know how I was wrong about Eckler, but maybe I was. I'm not sure. Yeah, this was a brutal injury day today. Brutal injury today. It feels like we have like 1 or 2 of these a year, and this was definitely one of them. I have not seen an update on DK Metcalf yet. All I know is he got carted off. They said it was a knee injury, and he got ruled out really quick. And that's usually not a good sign. So hopefully it's not ACL again. Maybe something more minor, but probably going to miss some time. Hardman is like the what do you call it? Like the trap ad of the week, right? Like the guy that you add and then you play him next week and he does nothing. Yeah, don't add Hardman. Don't add Hardman. If you're asking about dropping Alec Pierce to get Campbell, I think I do that because Campbell definitely getting more targets. Nick, no, do not drop Njoku. So the latest report we just got is that it doesn't seem serious. Take it for what it's worth, but hopefully only going to miss a couple weeks or something. So you definitely don't want to drop him because he's been great if you have him. Oh, man. Who thought we would be here? Drop Brady for Daniel Jones in week 8. I mean, I don't know who the Giants play yet. I haven't looked ahead. Let me see. Who do the Giants play in week 8? Anybody know off the top of their head here? If it's a good matchup for Daniel Jones, I might. Let me see. So in week 8, the Giants have... They got the Seahawks. I mean, I might. I might, honestly. Sad. Definitely got to play Ramondre over Deontay. I think Ramondre against the Bears should have a good game. Yeah, I think you should hold these guys in hopes of a trade. Definitely hold them. I don't feel like Judy's going to get traded, but Cooks and DJ Moore, one of those guys definitely could get traded, so I would definitely hold them. Yeah, you could definitely drop Julio Jones at this point. Definitely drop. So we did get an update from Ghost. Metcalf X-ray is negative. So here we go from Bus. We're negative. He'll go undergo further testing. But remember, Marquise Brown's X-rays were negative. So that's good news. It looks like probably not ACL then. So that's good news, at least on that front. But still could miss time. But at least, that's good. I mean, I don't know how you can blame Mike Evans. The guy had like 9 catches, 15 targets today. He did drop that long touchdown. That kind of sucked. But Tom Brady's kind of ruined fantasy because he's been terrible. I don't know. I guess it depends. It depends like who's on the waiver wire. Like I would absolutely drop Michael Thomas for Michael Carter. No doubt about it. But if you're going to drop him for somebody like, I don't know, Chuba Hubbard or something like that, I'd probably just hold Michael Thomas. To me, Jamal and even Gus, honestly, like they're fine. They're guys you can start them when you need them, but you really only feel good about them in plus matchups. Like let's not forget, Brown's one of the worst run defenses, right? So, Gus looked nice today, and it was good to see him back out there. I love Gus Bus, but Browns are a terrible defense. So, in the right matchups, yeah, you should feel good about those guys. Humberto, do I think Gallup will do better? I do, but Gallup is always one of those guys. He's not a guy that, like, you put in your lineup and you feel warm and fuzzy about. He's one of those guys. He can go off or he can do nothing. He's just the way he is. And he's coming back from ACL. They didn't have to throw a lot today. I think he'll be better. But, I mean, he is what he is. That's just the kind of guy he is. Thank you, Nick. We appreciate you guys, too, so much. All right, well, I'm going to get going here. It's 5:30. The other game may have already kicked off. Don't want to take up too much of your time. But don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Panic video will be out right after the Sunday night game. Waiver wire will be out tomorrow morning, so make sure you get ready for that. Also, if you want to join our Patreon, patreon.com/fantasyfootballendgame. And, of course, our Discord server. It's free. Link in the description. All right, guys, enjoy the Sunday night game. Hopefully you guys all pull out those W's, whoever's still in it. And we'll see you on Tuesday. Don't forget, Tuesday we'll be back for our waiver wire trade show Tuesday evening. So join us back for that. All right, guys, have a great night.